August 14th, 2011. So I just spent the last couple of hours on the piece this morning. I adhered down 15 broken tiles from walks along the Tiber River in Rome, and some coral broken rocks from the beach in Tel Aviv from a trip from some years ago. And there's another piece over there on the right center. Pieces kind of laden here and there, not necessarily easily discernible to the naked eye in such a quick panning of the camera here. But then I cleared some dozens of containers and stuff off and pulled the drawing out of my flat files in order to see what the whole thing looks like, so I can decide on the next section to make an image for, and where, and then what. That's the story, folks. Everybody have a great day. And Hollis was Joel Segan's, who was Deb Segan's late brother, who died last March or so. She had given me the talus years ago. He never wore it, and I wear it at high holidays.
You do.
And that's what that is from. And then I added a kind of a symmetrical balance. The section on the right there.
Yes.
Also kind of just
yes.
Continual.
Those colors and the same kinds of lines.
The section under the glass here,
yes.
which is actually an upside-down ashtray I bought at the Salvation Army. There's barbed wire there.
Oh my gosh, yes,
which I brought back from the beach in a town called Newborough. It's about 10 miles north of Aberdeen in northeast Scotland.
Yes.
This old friend of mine there who organized my teaching visit took me on a kind of history walk along the beach where all these British Army anti-Nazi tank fortifications were built in 1941 and 42. So I brought this barbed wire and some other metal back with the intention of using it in the in this piece.
So two wonderful things that it's all good, but two wonderful things. When I first saw this drawing, Akiva, I told you that I could not see that as barbed wire. It looked like a fold. But now I get it. I totally get it as barbed wire. And this...
Well, I added this stuff here, kind of to follow the line of the barbed wire across. Also, to like this I picked up on the beach in Haifa. Just like detritus, is that the word?
Yeah.
It's like an old can opener.
Yes, yes.
An old, whatever, metal something or other.
An
ore. Yeah. So, now the previous to last section I did is actually maybe hard to make out. It didn't come out as I intended, but that's okay. Can you tell what that is?
I was looking at it, and well, from here it looks like a bird again. From here it looks more like a bird. The tail, the beak.
And the award winner for today's Identify the Section is Brooke Rolston. Greetings, Shabbat Shalom, Sabbath Peace. It is Saturday morning, November 12th. It is cause for celebration for me. It's about 1 year since I began this artwork, Under the Wings of God, art series number 57, Orthodox man lying on his back with his eyes open, wearing a talit, prayer shawl, and tefillin, phylacteries, these straps very devout Jewish men wear as part of the prayer ritual. Under barbed wire, probably shortly before he was executed in Olkusz, Poland, 1940, from a photograph seen in the Yad Vashem published book, Pictorial History of the Holocaust. And I just finished the most important, challenging, and difficult part of the whole project. The drawing was done I think I started in late November, December into early January. On July 7th, I began constructing the wood frame. On July 30th, I began the actual mosaic itself. And I just finished... Actually, you know what? This is going to be sideways. I better turn this like this. I always forget that with these digital cameras. On the upper left that's the section I just finished last night, the final section to be done in creating the all the cutting, the design, the adhesion of all the mosaic sections, along with other things, tiles from and bric-a-brac from beach walks, British Army anti-Nazi, anti-tank fortification metal rod and barbed wire, things from walks in Rome, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and more. So there's the whole work. I'm going to begin the grouting next week. I'm setting a target date of late May to complete all the grouting, which will include some dozens or tens of hours or hundreds perhaps of cleaning. Each tile has adhesive on it, so I use dental tools, and it's very slow, painstaking work. Once that's done, let's say by late May, maybe sooner, I will have a piece of plexiglass custom cut to fit over the drawing, which you see inserted there in the inside frame. And then I have to will construct using a kind of thin liner wood molding, which will be, I'll have all these sections, so I'll glue and nail in the and drill in the molding over the edge of the plexiglass to seal it in as if it was like a regular shaped, square, rectangular picture frame with, because it's a drawing on paper mounted on foam core board. That's the story, and to be continued. Take care, everybody. Mazel tov, Akiva. Greetings. It's Tuesday morning, November, I think it's the 29th, and I am working on the mosaic. So there's the body in the lower left of the Muscovy duck. The head is completely slathered and hidden right now because I just slathered on. It's like what Isaac Bashevis, singer, used to talk about. He used to go to some Jewish dairy restaurant in the Upper West Side of Manhattan, near where he lived, and he'd get I forget what it was. What was it? But with dollops of sour cream on it. This is like dollops of grout. It's very high fiber, by the way. Anyway, so I've slathered, dolloped on over this good sized section here. It's about a foot high, with the grout. And it's very tricky at this point in time because I don't want to let it harden too much, but I also need to clean it off ASAP, at least on the surface, because I've got rocks, stones, bones, glass, dice, what have you, various chazarai, that's Yiddish, for like garbage, junk. Detritus, as Reiner put it in when he was over here on Sunday. And some of these surfaces, if the grout's on there more than like however, very short time period, it's going to get extremely difficult to get it off the surface, if at all. So I've got to start doing that, but I have to be, the tricky part is being able to remove the grout without having it pull out from the cracks and crevices between each section of the various things that make up the mosaic. So I'm going to get to work. Bye. Kind of like archaeology here. When I was a boy, I daydreamed about becoming an archaeologist. I'm glad I didn't. This is like really laborious, tedious work. And how many archaeologists achieve fame? Like guys who found Tutankhamun. It's kind of like archaeology here, bearing the surface. There's the section above the broken candlesticks and upside down birds in the lower right. A haifa bird, which has become visible now, albeit it's not clear yet. The talit prayer scroll section above it, the glass globe, which has a grout on the top kind of north part of it. More talit section there. This blue sky section with the Picasso-esque tile I made. 1972. And there's the upper right, which that's very clear now. It still needs a lot of cleaning, and there are tiles that are not yet unearthed, especially above the branches of the menorah towards the top. And there's the section which has become clear but also needs a lot of work yet. That's above the man's head and between where his arms and hands are, as you see those wood spaces there in the drawing. So there you have it. It's coming along. Sunday evening here, mid-December. And happy holidays to everybody. This is the mosaic I'm working on now.
It looks amazing. It looks like it took a lot of effort and hard work into it.
Yeah, it did. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to call the police, please? We have like a infiltrator have just showed up here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't trust him. Don't trust a word that he says. He's part of the undercover group of people that are trying to subvert everything. I love this shawl.
Thanks. January 9, 2013, the 3 mosaics going to the Seattle Central Community College exhibit are all out now. And it's they're not immediately lined up next to each other, but it's interesting seeing them all more or less together and vertically. This is only the second time I've seen this one vertically since I completed it. That's the Orthodox Jew under barbed wire, Olkusz, Poland, 1940. This is the Mira Steiner work, young Croatian Jewish woman drowned by Ustashi fascists in Croatia in 1942, if my memory serves. And here's the one I just completed, multiple amputee awaiting deportation. Was seated outdoors, awaiting transit to the Nazi death camp at Chelmno. There you have it.